Hello out there, everybody, YouTube. I'm a little indisposed at the moment, having some temporary internet problems, but I just got back from the Iron Man 3 premiere. I went to the premiere night. Um, I'm not even going to talk about if I liked it or if I didn't like it. I'm just going to say that you'll never see me coming. I'm just playing. No, in all honesty, I really enjoyed this one. It to me surpassed the way the storyline was built up for the second one. Second one had a lot of like anticipation for it being something great, or even something like better than the first one, or even something the same, And it kind of let me down. The visuals were perfect. There was a lot of things going on, a lot of flashes and explosions. I can go back and look at it again. Matter of fact, right now I've just got that one. Had this one before. All of them are on sale for $9.99 at Best Buy right now for the rest of the week. But that's beside the point. Based on the way that they added dimensions for the characters, I just really liked how they did this one. It's just really so different. It brought Tony Stark back down to the basics of how he became and why he became what he became. So I'll go ahead and start off with the gate with as far as the set play, the visual effects, the sound. I did not go to an IMAX. I'm probably going to do that this weekend. I just went to a regular theater. I didn't look at it in 3D, so don't ask me any questions how the 3D was. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be really epic, but I'll let you know about the 3D later in another video. But as far as the visual effects for what was in this one, it was consistent action for the entire movie. So you saw buildings crash, you saw people getting killed, you saw all these different dimensions of things. But what I did notice, there was a lot more of what can you say? It was more like hands-on. It wasn't. I mean, the CG was there, but they played and manipulated with physical effects, and so the way that there's a lot of stunt work done, but at the same time, the visual effects fed off of it, and you could tell in the acting. Like, I mean, Tony or Robert Downey Jr.'s character, he interfaced a lot of action. It was probably this one he was in the suits a lot less, but it had more suits in it than any other movie. I really liked the way they did the visuals, sound and the score was just really perfect for a lot of things. When there's a really big set piece where Tony's mansion is getting ransacked by the villain, and it's just pretty epic, y'all. Y'all have to see it for you to believe it. So I definitely give the visual effects like an epic 5 out of 5, and that's without the 3D, and that's without even going to an IMAX, which I'm going to probably do on Saturday or Sunday. Now, I'll talk about the acting. So the acting in this one, surprisingly, y'all, is probably the best acted out of all of them. Of course, Ben Kingsley, who plays the the terrible villain that is terrorizing not only the United States but Tony. And Ben Kingsley plays the Mandarin very well. There's a lot of twists to his character, which I'm not going to spoil, but even after I knew what happened, the twist or whatnot, just the dimensions of how his character just is. Like, I was like quoting lines off of him. I was like, this is such a like dark, ominous character. And Guy Pearce, his character, um, Eldritch Killian is the name. He's intellectually almost superior to Tony, and it plays a factor with his relationship with Pepper, because Pepper, I guess, knew Killian at a certain time, but she never gave him the time of day, and she's noticing that he's got a lot of instinctive ideas, but is there something lying underneath him? And the characters are all going all these different directions, but the central focus really turns back on Tony, because Tony is having this internal conflict. He was faced with the obstacle of being the hero, the soldier that he did not want to be. He didn't ask for it, but he became a symbol. He became a hero. He saved Earth, but he almost died. He almost lost the people that he loved. He almost lost his whole entire world. He was put through trauma, and it starts reflecting on his character in the actual the movie, and you see him go through different stages of anxiety, just stress, depression to a degree, obsessions that he had before of making things. It just he unravels so much that now he believes that it's just him. That he has to have Iron Man. Iron Man is him, and is faced with the main question, which everybody's talking about: is it the man that makes the suit, or is it the suit that makes the man? Of course, it goes back to the beginning. Why did Tony become Iron Man? What was the purpose behind it? And they did that so well with the character development and how everybody just played their role very well. I thought this was probably the best acted out of all of them. Even even Don Cheadle, I almost forgot about him. He played Rhodey very well in this. They gave him a lot more to work with. They showed his acting chops a lot more. They gave him some action scenes that he just nailed. And everybody forgets, like, you remember back in Rush Hour, shoot, he could beat you down just playing. But no, I thought the acting was really well done in this one. And so I guess I give the acting maybe a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. I really like the acting in this one. I didn't see anybody had a bad character. Now, I saw with some of the twists that I didn't necessarily, I was like, okay, I have this much invested in this character. Now I'm like, should I have? And so, but besides that, I really did enjoy it. Now, last but not least, I'm going to definitely talk about what I thought as far as a whole, as far as the storyline. The storyline, well, actually, I can't talk about it without talking about Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau was the one that actually did the directing for the first one and the second one. Now it's been put down or passed down to somebody else. But that didn't keep him from playing his character Happy. And Happy, something actually happens to Happy that motivates Tony to get out of his realm of thinking that, okay, I'm a victim. Now I'm just going to use this as anger. I'm going to use this as taking vengeance. And it brings Tony to, like, his bare bones. Like, he almost gets to a point where you don't know if he's even going to make it or what is he almost really going to truly lose. And the stakes are never higher, but when something happens to Happy, like, you'll know. Like, and so Jon Favreau, like, he does a really good job with his producing in this one. I can tell that his flavor is still in it, even though it's a different director. But I got to give it to the director as well, because he didn't use as much visual effects. He didn't use as much, like, trying to pitch, like, the different characters. He used the bare bones of why Iron Man became Iron Man. What are the effects from Avengers? Where is the character now in interaction with everything that he knows and everything that he dares not to lose? And you feel this urgency about everything that's going on in the storyline, and that's what makes it so epic. And so to me, I would compare this to being as good, if not a little bit better than the first one. I think that towards the end, it kind of became not anticlimactic, but in a sense, kind of like how the end of the second one, it was a lot of stuff going on, but it was like it could have just maintained a certain kind of level versus trying to peak. Now, I will say definitely stay after the credits. There's something interesting after there. I can't spoil it. Some people like it, some people won't, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. And it's all the way at the end of the credits, by the way. But like I said, storyline as a whole, I really liked it. I liked it a lot better than the second one. I would honestly go and see it again. Actually, I am, especially for 3D. I can't wait to see that with a 3D. But I would definitely compare this one to Iron Man 1. So definitely my review for this is actually I'm giving it a 5 out of 5, which I rarely do that. Like, I'm not that generous. I think the only movie that I really gave a 5 out of 5 was The Dark Knight. And I don't even know, it's been a while since I did that review. But yeah, definitely, y'all, I would highly recommend it. I need to go to bed. I got work in the morning, but I definitely wanted to shoot y'all out a review. I don't have any internet, so I'm going to be having to do these reviews on my phone, so I'm going to be doing them very sparingly until the internet is up, back, and running. But don't worry, everything's good, guys, good. And hope y'all go and see Iron Man. Right now, I think overseas it's at 300 million overseas, so I give it an estimate maybe 4,500 domestically. We'll see. But everybody, have a great weekend. Have a great week. Enjoy Iron Man. I know I did. I'm going to go back through the first one, second one, and Avengers, and then I'm just going to go back and look at it in IMAX. Take care. Have a good night.